Welcome back to the 13th episode of Not Fully Qualified. I'm Sarah,
I'm Taylor.
and this podcast is all about
Building a life
adulting,
together.
figuring things out, owning that we have no idea what we're doing, but we're figuring it out together. And we have a special guest tonight.
Two special guests, actually.
Yes. One is a land shark named Katsu, our new puppy, and one is our friend Danny.
Thanks, guys. Happy to be here.
We're happy you're here. Welcome to the
Yeah.
show. So let's just give a little background on yours and Taylor's friendship. Like, how did you guys meet?
Ooh,
You're going to take this one?
Man, it was way back at Henry E. Huntington Middle School. And Danny was just a young boy.
7th grade.
7th grade. Taylor was just a young boy. And
Yeah.
fate would have it that we became good friends. And
Years.
within a couple years, we were running the school.
I think we met by the locker rooms. 7th grade. I wanted to tell this story at the wedding, but I didn't because it like kind of involves another girl. But this is
I think you told me this one.
This is like how I first met Tay. Was we're outside of the locker room and like he was trying to talk to this one girl, and I was like, dude, you got to go ask her out like right now. She wants you to ask her out, and he was like, no, like you can't jump the gun. You can't jump the gun. And then that always became like something we would say to each other.
The saying from then on was about every single thing.
Yeah, you can't rush into some things.
Rush into something.
You know,
Can't
maybe
jump
like
the
a
gun.
wedding he can't rush
Very
into.
on brand.
Yeah, as he waited however long to finally pop the question.
It was all for good reason.
He didn't want to jump the gun. He waited 7 years to eventually ask that girl out. So
Okay, so I was slightly.
yeah, so I think he moved a little quicker with you.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, and then from then on, we just went to high school together, and then
You guys were little menaces too. You're like
yeah,
Dennis the
I mean,
Menace
we don't
and-
have to talk
we
about that.
we raised a lot of hell in middle school and
But what
high
other
school.
what kids aren't doing?
But like
that?
in a very good, fun way. Like I
Yeah.
think we were talking about how we used to like go catting, where we would, after we would eat pizza, we'd take the pizza box and cut it like a cardboard cat and like put it in the middle of the road.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
We're doing all things outside. We're having fun. We're being kids.
Yeah.
yeah,
We're not, locked away, not being outside, not socializing. So
we would run around San Marino and just go to different friends' house, and then later on we started having parties, and
Yeah.
then
It's
it became
just all
about
about the
drinking
pranks.
beer. But no, we had an all-American high school experience. So
yeah,
it
what
was-
normal high school experience, I'd say.
yeah. Above average, though. I think we had a pretty great one. We were kings of the schoolyard.
And then, how did you and Taylor decide to live together after college? After graduating college?
That's a good one.
We were probably the only ones that could afford it.
I was gonna say the same thing, that we had all like moved back and we were living at home, and we would go to our friend Benny's house all the time. And there was like 10 of us there, but Taylor and I were probably the only ones with like day jobs. So
Right.
we were by far the most responsible.
Like
and then-
regular 8 to 5,
Yeah.
40 hours a week,
Yeah.
day in, day out, no
And
matter what time.
we explored having other roommates too. I think like we almost had Emmerich and Trent
Yeah.
join in.
Yeah.
And we like had looked at that, and then we had to get out. We were living at home and we had to get out, and it just worked out. And
No one else wanted to take the jump. Danny and I were really the only ones. that
yeah,
wanted to
we
take
were
the
we
jump.
were ready and could do it. And I'll never forget. So if you're ever looking for an apartment, two keys here. If you see it, be ready to write the
You
check.
have to.
But we had we got really lucky. So the first one Taylor and I ever went to go see was in like Hollywood, kind of just south of like Create or the Academy, right? And it was a great
Well,
apartment.
do you remember when we first got off the freeway and it was like 7:30 in the morning? I don't know. We got off the freeway, literally just get off the 10 freeway in Hollywood, and we're like chipper, ready to go. We're like gonna see all these apartments this day. We're like super stoked. And then this bum,
just this homeless
this
guy.
homeless guy on the side of the street, just like we pulled to a stoplight, and this guy just like punches.
I thought he
or
headbutted it. Yeah, he
or
headbutts
punches
like a telephone
a telephone
pole.
pole.
And Tay and I just look at each other like, welcome to the neighborhood.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Wow.
But yeah, we ended up, so we liked that place. And then, it was our first one that we'd ever gone to see. So like we get out, we call, Tay's dad, and he's like, and my mom, and they both said, like, if you guys like it, go get it right now. Really hard to do.
Yeah.
We drive back after an hour to go tell them we want the place. The person who had viewed it right after us, check on spot.
This was literally the first apartment we were checking out, and we had maybe like 5 that day.
Yeah, that day.
We
Yeah,
were gonna go check out. So we just we didn't want to jump the gun.
Yeah, we didn't. So we didn't jump the gun.
Bring it back, and we didn't jump the gun.
And I think we said that a few times on that day, and then it just so happens this is why you do jump the gun with this situation, because it took us 6 months to find the apartment we eventually moved into, which I'm sure everyone knows, but for those who don't, it's called the Moas.
Yeah.
Things happen.
It all went down
on
the
Moas.
Things
happen on the Moas.
And that one was crazy. Found it on Craigslist, and it just worked out so perfectly that it was like close to work and just the right size apartment, and it was our home for what, 6 years?
5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years, yeah.
5 or 6 years.
Yeah. And we had guests
that place was the spot, because you had a loft.
Yeah, we had the loft.
2-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
And the loft went through renditions. Like, I think at first it was dude, at first we barely even used the loft
at
all.
It was so underutilized.
Underutilized. And then it
all started when we made that change with the layout, because we had
like that futon up there. We never used it.
Yeah.
And then Leanne moved in for like a year or so. And then when she moved out, I turned it. Yeah. Then COVID hit, and I turned it into my office, and it was amazing.
Right.
It was the best.
And then you had the world's best commute.
Yeah, and then I had the world just walk right upstairs. That was the best apartment. We were so fortunate to have had that,
and it was walking distance to all the good food in Culver City.
All the good food,
which I definitely miss.
Yeah, and let's not forget that we had one other person come to live with us. Yeah. I think Sarah moved in 2021.
I think it's 2021 when we were looking for a place, and then at first we were looking for apartments, couldn't find anything, and then switched to houses. But yeah, it took like a year.
Right.
And that was, of course, the worst time to look for houses too.
And I think I said this in my officiant speech or maybe I didn't, but maybe I was telling parents after, like, most guys don't want their best friend's girlfriend to move in, but I was really happy when you moved in, and it made us really close. And
well, I think it really benefited you.
Oh, I loved having her. Well, this part did make the officiant speech that you guys always would cook for me.
And she would help you out with your pasta when you didn't know what to do.
Yeah, the one time I tried to make dinner. So, but it was not. It was just like, this is something I did say, but like it just felt like a full house, like an episode of Friends, and we had great neighbors downstairs that, we're always up and down and walking into each other's place, and it just felt like really full of love and friends always coming. And
then like my friends were friends with you guys too, but even before me.
It just happened. Yeah. The funniest was when we just met Brandon and Brandon living below us, and then like an hour later, Leanne was like, "Hey, do you guys know the Brandons that live downstairs?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, we just met them.
Cool.
Yeah." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I went to school with them." And we're like, "Oh, okay, that's awesome." And then boom.
Yeah, and it's wild that like I was friends with one of the Brandons in college.
Right. Oh, you were Burr.
Yeah, Burr. And then he just ended up being your downstairs neighbor, which is just like small
world.
Small world.
And we met a lot of friends through them, and
and it was the best place to pre-funk before our like going to Cascade or something, because you had the high ceiling, so it felt really big and spacious.
We had a few big parties there.
We
it was
maxed that place
out
to capacity.
Yeah, a few times. I think our biggest party in a 2-bedroom, 1,100 square foot apartment was like 50 people.
Yeah, it was
if not more. Yeah, a couple.
It was like shoulder to shoulder.
It was shoulder to shoulder.
Always wanted the pre-games to be there too.
Yeah, it just
it was close to the beach, like that 15-minute drive to the beach.
We used to go all the time,
miss going every weekend.
Hurricane
it just reminds me of like summer. You know, that house was just summer.
Totally.
You know, and we made the most of it.
I love that. Yeah, that was definitely the best apartment. Even other places I live too.
I mean,
just
it killed your apartment. Your apartment was literally Azkaban compared to ours.
Yeah.
I know.
Like,
The cats were especially happy.
Dude, Oh, yeah.
They got
When they
the
got
biggest,
stairs.
They got the biggest upgrade of their entire lives when
Yeah.
they moved into the Del Moss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Going from your apartment to the Del Moss.
Yeah, and all the high up places for the cats to jump up.
Although the cats would never cuddle with me. Now
Yeah.
that they have 2 dogs here, the cats
They're
really
starved for
love me.
attention.
Yeah. So,
They're
funny how time
Yeah,
changes
tables
things.
have turned.
Yeah.
Well, Danny, you also are a wealth advisor?
I am a financial advisor.
Financial advisor. So give us a little bit of your background with that too.
Oh, okay. So I'm a partner at a wealth management firm in West LA. Been there for 9 years.
Woo.
Yeah, I just made partner earlier this year.
Nice.
And
Congrats.
so I might end up there the rest of my life now.
A lifer?
I might
Whoa.
be like one of those guys that works at one company for the rest of his life.
That
But
says a lot about somebody, though.
It does.
says a lot
Makes me
about,
comfortable.
it's loyalty, but it's also says a lot about the place that I work at.
Totally.
It's a really,
Do you have a lot of tenured employees there?
you either are or you aren't. Like there's a lot of people that have been there 10, 15, 20, 30 years,
Yeah.
and then some that will turn over in 2 years,
Yeah.
but those are usually like operations or something. But a lot of the advisors will stick around because it's a really great place to be. I started as a junior advisor, helping directors, serve their book of business. And over time, I've taken over those relationships, added in a few of my own
Nice.
that I've pulled in, and it's just been a great spot to grow, learn, and really become a very knowledgeable advisor. And I know my girlfriend's going to say don't be cocky, but here's the difference of like what we do compared to everyone else that might call themselves a financial advisor. So we do a client's tax return, their bookkeeping, bill pay. We have a law firm in-house where we do your estate planning.
All in one.
All in one. And the real benefits that we'll all be sitting at the same table, coming up with ways that we can structure a client's estate, save them largely on estate taxes, and do their income tax planning. And most guys who are financial advisors would just be investment focused, but I have the whole suite of tax knowledge, estate planning knowledge, and investments all in one. And
triple threat.
It sounds like it's Justin Timberlake over here.
Yeah, I mean, it took 10 years to figure it all out, but at this point, like I look up and I know the answers now. So it's
awesome.
it's a really good place to be, and it's only getting better and taking off.
Hey, congrats. That's awesome to hear. I love it.
Yeah.
It's funny to hear him talking like this.
He sounds so professional.
He sounds so professional because there is a Danny.
Yeah.
There's a Danny that I know in there that would not talk like this.
I put on a cape,
Yeah.
I do flip a switch, but there's
if you told me in 8th grade that Danny was going to start talking like this, I would have said you're crazy.
Well, I think the part that I am very different from a lot of advisors, I would say, is that I'm still very much myself at work. Like I'm not like you're directly telling you to do this, and this. Like I'm trying to pull my chair around to the client side of the table, be their friend, and like look at it with them and come to the conclusions and together, and just like be a friend and just be myself. So
Love it.
What made you want to go into your profession? Did you start college knowing that this was what you
No,
wanted to
not
do?
at all. Not at all. I had no idea what I wanted to do. And the last day of college, my parents had like just met with a financial advisor, and my mom at the end of the meeting just threw it out. She's like, "Hey, do you guys need an intern for the summer? Because my son's about to graduate." And they're like, "Yeah, we're super behind on paperwork." So I started, 2 weeks after school ended, and
That's
Yeah.
funny. That job was great for Danny.
yeah, and I worked there for like 2 years, and I was just like kind of a assistant paraplanner, but I got my CFP while I was there, Certified Financial Planner. Did that at UCLA, and it was set me apart. And then it quickly turned into, as a lot of things might in the financial services field, into a sales job. And when you're 23, you have no business selling anything to anyone. You don't know anything. So, they didn't want to.
Jon Snow.
Yeah. They didn't want to increase my salary. So they're like, you can just start selling life insurance and annuities. And I'm like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
And I didn't even look to stay in financial advising. I applied to Netflix, Amazon, Google,
Yeah.
Live Nation. I
Wow.
really wanted to go to
Oh,
Insomniac.
I applied there so many times.
Yeah, and I like half-heartedly applied to Experian on like Indeed, and I got the email back after like we went to Escape one time, and I'm still coming back like seeing bubbles and everything, and I get this email they're like, "You want to have a meeting with me on Monday?" But I would say, like, you know, I'll give the quick shout out if we're talking about my career. The reason why I've been successful there, I've had the best manager, mentor. He's like a big brother to me. Ryan, just for 9,
I even
10
know.
Yeah,
Ryan's
you guys
voice.
even know Ryan.
I don't
Yeah.
know Ryan, but I know Ryan's voice.
I don't know Ryan. I know Ryan's voice.
Yeah. But and he's just interested in like was interested in growing me and like took the
he
time.
really invested in you.
I would really invested.
I would say
yeah.
he was very patient with you.
Very much so. He still is, and he gets a gold medal for sticking with me, and hopefully now it's paying dividends to him. And,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's like
awesome.
when you're starting a career, you want to look at the person who's right in front of you. That's gonna,
100%.
you know, pave the way, and someone's got to open a door at some point. So
Yeah.
Ryan did that for me, and
You're pretty lucky to get on his
Yeah.
team.
I'm so lucky. A lot of people that have come to Experian weren't necessarily on his team, so they have, you know, not done as well. But me and my boy Chris are the only two that like report to Ryan, and we've both been there 9 years.
Whoa.
So it's a testament to
Whoa,
just
yeah,
good
totally.
managerial skill, and he's a great
Love that.
advisor, and he's taught me so much that I feel like
Damn,
I'm
you've almost hit 10 years.
almost 10.
Whoa,
yeah,
decade.
yeah, I know.
That's wild.
That's
So
wild.
it's been a great run, but I've learned a lot, and now it's like now that I have the technical skill, it's starting to become a sales game. So I was thinking like this is the last story I'll say on my career, but I was thinking about going back to school, getting a master's or like a CFA or something to just like increase my knowledge base. And instead of doing that, I took the money and I bought golf lessons and a new set of clubs. Because at this point, I know enough that it's just about making relationships and new relationships.
I think that's why my brother got into golfing, was because all the deals.
That is why he got into golfing.
How's your golf game?
So
it's getting a lot better. You know, I'm like a 15 handicap, but I've only been playing for 2 years, so it's come along, and I played a pretty good round yesterday, actually, in San Francisco. So
all right, what'd you shoot?
Shot an 87.
Wow.
Has it paid off in any business deals yet?
No, but where it has paid off is I kind of get 2 rounds a month just through work, and we take clients out. So like Ryan and I will have a meeting, and then we'll have lunch and take the client golfing, and that's like our meeting structure.
I mean,
so
you'd love that.
Yeah, I absolutely love my job right now. It is, and
Who's better, you or Ryan?
Ryan's a scratch golfer.
Oh damn.
Yeah, Ryan's gonna shoot par. Like he's really good.
Yeah, that's impressive.
But it's just so much fun. Like that's my job, is I get to, do my work and then go have like great relationships with amazing clients. Like I just went to this award ceremony for my largest client that I serve, and like he was honored in front of like 1,000 people. Everyone loves him, and and I handle his day-to-day like everything for him, and it was just it was
Sounds
just
like
such
a good guy to know.
a great guy to know. But it just made me feel so honored to work with some of these great people, and then you get to just go like honestly like have beers and play golf with them and hang out with them, and they're pioneers of industry, and it's just it's really an honor to be close to them. So
well, Danny, you were also our officiant for our wedding, and so we wanted to.
I think did an amazing job.
Killed
Everyone said that, but I didn't know they were just being nice.
No,
I got 100.
I thought you did a wonderful job.
You did exactly what I wanted above and beyond.
Yeah.
There's no one else I would have wanted to be up there.
Yeah, so I'd say I'm spiritual but not religious, and so I didn't want to just hire someone random,
some pastor,
who didn't have a connection with us.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about, okay, who knows us really well. And I mean, you came up because you were like, obviously we both live with you, which is like almost the most intimate, you can have.
You needed somebody that knew us really well.
That knew us evenly, pretty much.
In front of a lot of people confidently.
Yes. Well, because there's other people who know us well, but who are introverted.
To talk.
Yeah.
Yes.
All signs point to this.
Yes. And we didn't want it to be like, oh, one of my friends, so they know me, but they don't really know Taylor, or one of his friends,
Yeah.
they don't really know me. Like, we need someone who kind of knows both of us, and you know both of us from the start of our relationship, like living with us to now. So you've been an integral part of our whole journey together.
Your
so
love
we were
story.
like, and you have the charisma and you have the like outgoing personality to be able to carry a speech. Which is important because we have some people who also know us, but they're introverted.
Can't
and
do
that
that.
would be like.
There were some other speeches at the rehearsal dinner that were a little lacking.
I will say I was very proud.
I was very proud of Joey Hung, though. I was very proud of Joey, you know, compared to the speech he did before.
We had a lot of great speeches. And a lot of people were really nervous because, public speaking is something that is really uncomfortable for some people. So, but for you, it comes naturally, I think.
Sometimes, like, after the first 5 seconds, yes, it does. Like, when I get on a roll, but the first, the 5 minutes leading up to it, I was so nervous. I kept running to the bathroom, and then I get up there and everyone's walking down, and then it's time for Sarah, for you to walk down the aisle. And I had this line that I was supposed to say where I'm supposed to tell everyone to everybody all, please stand up, please rise. And you're halfway through.
I know. I was like, is anyone gonna stand up? I was just sitting down.
And I totally was blanking. And then Ashley, your maid of honor, just gives me a little hey, come on. And then once I got that, then I was over the hump. I was in, and
you just needed the little push.
I don't think anyone recognized.
No, I don't think anyone did either.
Yeah.
But I was
I was well, because you were coming from the angle, so around. You weren't. Yeah, you were still on before you got.
But it was just really funny because I was like, oh, okay, is this the vibe? Everyone's just gonna say.
Oh, I totally forgot. I was just so nervous, and.
But what we wanted, and we had gone over this a couple times, but we wanted it to be fun, lighthearted. We didn't want it super serious or stuffy. We wanted it still romantic and sentimental, but with a few jokes. And I thought you killed it. You showed us a little bit of ideas beforehand.
I did, which I highly recommend.
Really came together.
I highly recommend anyone that's going to officiate a wedding to be hand in glove with the couple, because you don't want to. This is not a Hail Mary situation. This is
not a show up on day of.
You don't write it that morning. You take your time with it, because things will come in. I wrote it over 4 or 6 months, and I kept taking notes. I would be falling asleep and have a light go off, and I'd just write a quick note to myself later on to add in there.
I love that.
And it was I had a pretty good draft before I did an interview with you guys, and where I kind of asked a lot of different questions. And
and I thought the interview was fun. You interviewed us together and separately.
Yeah, and you played me the wedding playlist, which Sarah, the wedding playlist was insane.
I told her before she had to call the DJ's gonna be so you just want me to press play on the aux?
That was basically one of my interview questions was how comfortable are you with playing what I want? Because I get that you probably want to play your own stuff, but I have very specific.
But playlists. It was I would I'll talk about the writing process for a second, because it was, I'm not the most eloquent speaker. I just kind of speak like a normal person, but I
think you have a good way with your vocabulary.
He does. He's very persuasive, even when he's totally
but it's a lot of body language, and it's the way I say things. But my
very confident.
I
had just gone,
and he knows things.
Exactly.
Yeah, I drink and I know things, right? I had just gone to a wedding in Ibiza where this guy was half an author, and he was so eloquent with his words, and so I was trying to get there, and I just felt like I never could. And now looking back, he probably did use ChatGPT a lot, where I used chat on one paragraph, and it was so funny because Seth came up to me after, and he's he pointed out the one paragraph that I used chat, and I was like, dude, but I pretty much wrote the whole thing myself, and I structured it a certain way where, I think a lot of people at that wedding probably don't know your love story so well. They,
for sure.
They're a little
relatives.
and not as well as your wedding party
Yes.
does. Your wedding party knows you so intimately.
Right.
And I think it's just really good to tell them all about your love story and how you met and how, you know, how you guys fell in love and what brings you close together. And it's just sharing about who you are. So I really wanted to have that. I wanted to have a couple of jokes and talk about, you know, how you first met, which was a hilarious story that I had to throw in there. And I'm trying to think of like some other highlights. Okay, so I have
you got inspiration from other weddings that you've been
from
to that you
other
liked.
weddings,
which is great. Like I think if you're gonna officiate and if there's certain things, especially if the couple doesn't really know specifics of what they want, it's nice to be like, okay, pull from certain weddings, like make it a quick note.
You guys didn't give me a lot of direction on like what you wanted. So number one, I will say I pulled it from my friend Mike, who officiated this one in Ibiza. Was right before you guys do the I do's or the repeat after me, as I like to call them. I have the crowd go silent, to silent intention, and I had everyone like offer a wish or a positive word that would carry with the couple, so it brings everyone into the moment, and they feel so connected with like just filling the space with love. And kind
of last minute, we decided to have you ask everyone to put their phones away.
Yeah.
We were like, at first we thought about it, and then we were like, maybe it doesn't matter. And then you brought it up, and we were like, actually, yeah, it is nicer to have everyone be in the present moment instead of busy filming. Because we have a professional photographer, videographer already, so we don't need
totally. But you know, the one thing is that I have 2 pictures from that weekend.
I took no pictures.
Yeah, I took no pictures.
After the ceremony, I actually like left my phone in the dressing room.
Yeah.
In our room.
Yeah.
And
I know I didn't have my phone.
And I was like, oh fuck, I don't have my phone. And then so then I use your phone.
Yeah. So we just have. I mean, we have a few pictures from like the wedding planner and stuff from that time. But yeah, and we'll get it back from the professionals. But I did like that because it wasn't like everyone just had their phones in your face.
Yeah.
Like when you're walking down the aisle.
But yeah, I would say that was the biggest thing I really pulled from another friend who I really loved when he did that. And it was so powerful at that wedding that I wanted to bring that in. And then one I got, I'm pretty sure Kevin Foley's dad did this at their wedding. If not, maybe I made it up, but I'm going to give him the credit. Was I wanted you guys to have a moment where I like tell you guys to stop, like at the very beginning, and just like look at the crowd, look at everyone who's here, and take it all in and be like, this is your fucking moment.
Yeah. So, that was a special moment because you never get to turn around.
Yeah,
so
you never get to look.
From my peripherals, but then I didn't actually get to look at them really.
Yeah.
So that was the only time that I was like, oh my gosh, I know you. Oh wait, I know, of course I know everybody.
So it was like breathe that in. That one I really like. Those 2 things were really unique that I guess maybe not unique because I took them from someone, but that I had only seen once before, and I really wanted those included. And then the thing that I did that was unique was, and maybe not because I don't know, but I've never seen another person do this. There is an officiant advice part there. And you guys both have parents that have been married for over 40 years. So like,
which is pretty rare.
I would rather ask them what what they think.
Nice that
that was I thought that was meaningful.
I really liked that piece. And then I would say the thing that I was most nervous about, which I had told a lot of people, was my opening joke. Which was like,
I thought it was great.
It landed in the moment, but everyone ahead of time, where I basically was just like, okay, like thank you all for being here. You get to witness my debut as an officiant, and like it was just kind of like that little icebreaker.
It set the tone that this isn't gonna be a super stuffy like traditional ceremony.
Yeah,
and thought it was funny. And anytime we told people that we were going to ask you or that we had asked you, they're like, yeah, that's perfect. I mean, because anyone who knows you and your personality, it's like, okay,
it may have worked.
If someone was able to do it, it'd be Danny. So that is hilarious. That's like,
but it was such an honor. It was like honestly the greatest honor of my life to date, to have done that. And it was actually, so I'll tell for all the listeners. When they first asked me,
I was gonna say, let's go back to when we
when they first asked me,
it wasn't
It wasn't quite as excited.
Yeah. So like Sarah was like, "Hey, do you and Bex want to come over in 3 weeks on a Saturday at 5 p.m.?" I was like, oh, "Okay, like maybe, sure. Why do you have to like? I could just come over anytime. You know, why are you being so specific?" And
because we had a busy calendar.
Yeah,
and,
and we're like, we want to make a dinner for you. Yeah, but it was also because I wanted to make I wanted to make your like favorite dessert that I make, which is the banana pudding.
Love the banana pudding. And so on this banana pudding, you had on the wafers in green frosting had put officiate.
Yeah. So
and
like,
I looked down and I'm just like, that's not how you spell groomsman. Like. And
you
then
more of an honor, Dan.
And then you told me what it was, and I was like, no, like, I'm not doing this. Like, no way.
And then Bex, God rest her soul,
yes.
was like, Danny, you need to do this.
Yeah, and I'm so glad I did. Like, I was just being nervous, and like I figured it was gonna be
you're like, there's so much pressure. I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah,
you're not gonna mess it up.
And being a groomsman's like the best job. You all like your biggest worry is just like banging a bridesmaid. You know. Like,
well, we were like, oh, even better for you because as soon as the ceremony's done, you can
I'm
get
totally
lit
done.
at the cocktail reception. You don't have to wait till have dinner and do a speech and make sure you're not too wasted by the time you do your speech.
Very glad about that.
You're off duty as soon as.
And I proceeded to get very wasted after that.
You had a lot of jinxes, you said. Which is one of our cocktails.
From your perspective, what was your highlights of
the
whole night?
Of the wedding?
Yeah.
Well, I would say just doing the officiant speech was just so amazing.
After you got the butterflies out?
Yeah, it was really, it was so cool. Like, I've been working on this thing forever, and just to like get the laughs that I was hoping to get, the awe moments.
Is that the most amount of people
and you're romantic, so I
feel like, well, I was most amount of people I've spoken in front of, and I was also so afraid of crying too, like because at the rehearsal I almost cried. Like it was just this moment is here, and like I felt like I don't know, you guys matter so much to me, and it was just like weddings get me, you know. So I didn't cry.
Like my dad said, go back to 7th grade and visualize yourself in 7th grade, and then see me and be like, dang, now
your mom killed. Yeah, it was like she was your mom at the rehearsal was like, when you guys first met 20 years ago, did you ever envision this happening? I was like, no way. And it was such a surreal moment. But I would say after that, there were really, the sunset. And like your guys' first dance was so beautiful.
I stepped on her dress a bunch.
I got stepped on a bunch during the cocktail reception, so my dress was kind of hanging, and I don't know if you could tell, but I was having to kick it because it was puddling like everywhere I went.
I think you guys probably are gonna have the best pictures ever. Like that was the best sunset of the year. There's a lot of moments at the wedding that were super great. We'll say, so there was a lot of moments at the wedding that were super great. It was like after you had just kind of, hit a home run almost. Like you feel like Freddie Freeman, you just hit the game-winning home run, and then every single person was like, great job. Like that was a really, I don't get the most love because everyone likes to kind of put me down because they know my greatness.
People like to keep you humble.
Yeah, they like to keep me humble, but I had 100 people like shake my hand, give me hugs, and say it was like the most beautiful thing, and it just was such.
Even some of my uncles, like my older uncles, were like, "Wow, you're officiant."
Who's your officiant? He was so great.
Really good.
Yeah.
And we're like, "Hey, it's our friend."
The funniest thing, Hunter got 3 congratulations.
And he wore them all too.
And he took them. They were like, "You were so great up there," and he was like, "Thank you."
He got the officiant, and he got the DJ.
Yeah. He's like, on a roll that night.
Yeah. And the after party.
He should have handed out his business card.
Yeah, the after party was fun.
The after party at my house was amazing too. And it was just honestly the best part about weddings is bringing everyone together. And like I love and all of your friends are my friends, and
which
like
is so fun.
Yeah, it was
because then just especially like bringing everybody combined, the 2 friend groups, and
it was nothing short of amazing. I had the best time. Actually, food was pretty good too.
Yeah, The food was pretty good.
I would say so. The apps were good.
You ended up with all the blondies.
I ended up with all the blondies.
But...
yeah. And I ate like 10 afterwards. But yeah, that was amazing.
Well, thank you so much for all the work you put into it, because it meant the most to us. And
it made our night special.
Yeah, I think it was exactly what we wanted. It was so meaningful, and I'm super excited to get the wedding footage at some point, probably New Year's or something like that, because we didn't get paid to expedite it. But I'm excited to rewatch it. And
we'll have a little watch party.
Yeah.
It'd be beautiful.
Yeah, we should definitely.
Yeah.
We can make you dinner again.
I would appreciate it.
Taylor was having a little bit of a hard time doing the repeat after me's.
Oh,
your cadence was like not the same on all of them, so I was like waiting for you to give some more.
I was gonna ask you about the repeat. Well, they were weird cadence, and I had actually sent them to you ahead of time. You A+ them.
He didn't read them.
Yeah, maybe I didn't.
He absolutely doesn't.
I have a text message where
the cadence was like
it was like
4 words.
Yeah.
2 words.
10 words.
Because it was hard to do. So I will add in another little thing where the thing I really liked about my officiant speech was I pulled so many things from all over the place, like things that I knew, things I got from the interview, things I got from other weddings, and actually repeat after me. So I leaned on. I have a really good friend. We've been friends since we were 4 years old, and he's a poet. It's literally. You know, this guy
was a mystic for the longest time, because all of us have never met him.
He would
always be like, I'm hanging out with my friend Noah. And we were always like, Noah's a fake friend.
Yeah.
Stop telling me this about
You've
Noah.
met him, though, right?
No,
a
but
couple
like
times.
in middle school.
Yeah. Like early on, he was like my best friend
his
from
best
elementary school.
And we had never met him. And then finally, maybe like by high school, we met Noah. And
Yeah.
Okay,
He's real. Thought he was an imaginary friend. That's funny.
But he... Like, honestly, this guy's so smart. Like, I think he got like a damn near perfect score on the LSAT.
Wow.
And he can write.
Yeah, just to say I don't want to become a lawyer. And like, I'll never forget when he said this. I was like, he I think got like waitlisted to Harvard Law, and that's why he didn't like pursue it. And he calls me, he got a full ride to Chicago. It's like, come on. Most people take that.
Yeah.
And he's like, Danny, like, I don't want to become a lawyer. Like, I'm not going to go to law school after, like, studying for the LSAT, getting a damn near perfect score. He's like, I want to become a writer. I was like, what? A writer?
Completely.
Yeah.
So now he's getting, like, a master's in poetry. And so I actually asked him to write the repeat after me.
Oh, okay.
And I like one thing that he wrote on there, which was, I thought was so beautiful. Where it was like to stand with, or like not only enjoy, but in the quiet work of building our life together. And like when I talked to him, he's like, dude, love is quiet, man. It's like between you two, like when no one else is around, it's how you guys work together without even having to say anything. And it's just like, he just kept saying that, like, love is quiet. And I was like, that is so powerful.
So deep.
That was so deep.
What a good guy.
Yeah, it was really good.
So.
Love it.
Thanks,
yeah, thanks, Noah. I didn't know that story.
Yeah, he wrote that. I changed one word. But yeah, that was amazing too. And I definitely, the cadence was hard because it wasn't traditional.
Right. No. It wasn't traditional.
And I will actually say, for anyone who's gonna write their own officiant speech, the traditional stuff on the repeat after me suck.
Yeah.
Like, it's too, you're not going to stand out. You're going to be forgotten. Like, you really can tie that home with if you put some work into it or put some love and poetry into it.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah, I liked that it wasn't the traditional boring repeat after me.
Yeah.
I just got thrown off by the cadence. I liked it.
I couldn't look at you at one point because you're like...
Yeah. Well, because it was like to stand, like, to stand, you know, not only like, because there was some long sentences there, but it was, you know, it had to be done. Yeah. So it's like we could have practiced, but I didn't. That was my, going into it, I was like, okay, this is my ace in the hole. Like, I know no one is ever going to have a repeat after me this beautiful. So...
Love it.
In the quiet work.
No one will ever have as beautiful.
I got a professional poet to do it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's okay to use other people.
This is why this man officiated our wedding.
Exactly.
The confidence that he has.
Yes.
And you know what?
Yes.
I'll give you one more confidence boost, even though Bex is probably like, Danny, shut up.
No, we love you, Bex.
So on like the Wednesday leading up to it, I actually tied it all together.
Yeah.
Actually, 1 week before, I went to the wedding venue,
Oh, yeah.
sat there, had a whiskey, and wrote like
I love that.
and put it 90% there, but it still felt lacking. And then the Wednesday before, I was like driving along the ocean. I realized that I needed to tie in the setting, like of Del Mar and the sunset and all the beautiful things. And then so after that, I had like had it 100, and I was gonna ask like my roommate Rob to like look at it. He was like fully preparing, but after I had wrote it Wednesday, I was like, no, dude, I'm so confident in this right now. Like, I don't want any more eyes on it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
because sometimes you can have too much feedback.
you could have too much feedback.
Yeah,
So
and it gets over edited.
just enough in the early goings, but like you got to trust your stuff.
Totally.
So.
Well, we loved it.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that for us. It meant
My honor.
the world. And we're hoping that you can maybe give us some financial advice.
Now that you're married, what do you do?
Yeah, give us like, our top 3 priorities that we should.
Definitely. And this is actually a really good piece for all, newlyweds. A lot of people don't think about this till after it's too late, but I would say the first thing that you guys should do is create a joint revocable living trust.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
tell us what that is. And
it's really a bona fide like will. It kind of says what happens to your assets in the event that first death, second death, how it gets split amongst your children, or if you don't have children, where the money goes, and like it puts your financial wishes at the end of your life in play.
For now, we're gonna have some really rich pets.
Yeah, and a lot people do that in their trust. They'll say like, and I have all my money going to my pet, and this person is supposed to watch it.
Yeah.
A lot of things that go into that, like let's say you had kids, and like the trust has money in it, right? You like, let's say they're under 18, they can't actually take title to the assets yet. So you'll have a trustee, which is usually someone that you trust a lot, and they like, after you pass away, they'll settle your affairs for you, and they will, dole out the money to your underage children, or there might be provisions where you don't really want to give a 20-year-old access to a lot of money,
right.
And a lot of times it's like they get a third of the money at 30, a third at 35, 40.
Sure.
And it's just a way to put those rules around how you want assets to transfer at passing, and you'll take title to all of your assets together. So your bank accounts, the house, you'll retitle into the name of a living trust.
Got it.
And one thing you'll have to do is pick a successor trustee. During your lives, you guys will be the trustees. So you sign everything together, but you would pick who you want should you guys go.
Yeah.
Just saying, I'm more than happy to do it. I do it for a lot. I do it for a lot of my clients, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the process of starting one?
Of starting one, you need to speak to an estate planning attorney.
Okay.
And I can introduce you to one, or you can use my firm, just the law firm side of it.
Yep.
Probably cost you a couple grand, but it's very necessary. Especially you have dogs, you're going to want to put in your trust that, hey, if we both go down in a plane crash, that Alex Fidel has to take care of the dogs. Yep. He gets the money.
He would love it. They would love it, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know. Your mom and dad would fight for it.
I know.
So yeah, living trust is by and large number one. Ahead of a wedding, you probably want to have the prenuptial conversation and separate property and all of that. But it seems like you guys did not get a prenup, which as your financial advisor, I think it's so natural, especially in today's climate and in Los Angeles in particular. It's not a very hard conversation to have anymore. It used to be extremely taboo. But there are things that you should discuss within that. You can also get a postnuptial if you want. But the one thing that is separate property by nature is inheritance. So if either of you ever get inheritance when your parents pass away,
Mm-hmm.
at that moment, you'll want to collar those funds into a separate account and not necessarily put them in your joint revocable living trust, because then it's community property. And so what like the horror story is, your parents pass away, you get all their money and you put it in your joint trust. Next, this is the worst week in the world, right? So parents pass away on Monday, you get the assets on Tuesday, wife leaves you on Wednesday.
That is the worst week ever.
Or sorry, you pass away on Wednesday and your wife gets everything.
Seems suspicious. This seems like a 2020 episode.
The wife gets everything on Thursday, and then she remarries on Friday. She passes away on Saturday, and now whole new family has your parents' money by Sunday.
Sure.
It's the worst week in estate planning history.
Yeah.
It happened. It definitely happens. And especially with the living trust. So if your assets are not in a trust, and you pass away with over, I think it's 118 or 80, don't quote me, I think it's $180,000 in assets in your individual name, like your checking account, both of yours, probably in your individual name. If you had $200,000 in there and you pass away, automatically you go to probate, super expensive, lengthy. The court decides where the funds go. So it's not a very good process. And so that's why you should retitle. Not only when you make the trust, you have to retitle all your assets in trust.
Sure, it's to make it easier for your living spouse.
For your living spouse and
your kids or
all of the above. All of the above. It just removes questions.
Yeah.
Especially when you have adult children. Like my family is redoing their trust now, and just so that when my parents are gone, my brother and I are not going to have any arguments.
Sure.
It's written in the letter there. So that's the big one. And I think you guys have been together long enough. You probably already have a joint account.
We were saying we have to open up one.
Yeah, joint account.
Yeah.
But you can, for a joint checking account.
Yeah.
But now what you're going to do is a lot of your savings. So it sounds like you don't want to have the separate property conversation, but you guys can now open up a joint brokerage account too. So all of your excess savings is going to go into one pot together where you can invest it. So you don't necessarily have to commingle what you each had before. But that's where your savings will go, is you'll open up a trust account at Charles Schwab or something. So joint, do you have a joint credit card?
No.
No. Yeah, we need to.
How long have you guys been together?
These are all new things.
Yeah, these are all new things.
Yeah.
So I would. Who's got the better credit?
I think I do, because mine was.
You have the car loan.
Well, because mine was attached to my mom's for a long time when I was growing up, because I got added to her credit card as like an emergency thing.
What's it out of? Like 9?
8, 9 or 9? Is it out of 900? 8,
yeah, I know that anything over 800 is fantastic.
I'm like in the high 8s.
I have.
You're high 8s.
Yeah. I think mine's better than yours.
I think you're a little bit better than me.
I want to say mine's
I'm
like
$7.99.
I want to say mine's like 810 or something.
Let's play, buddy.
So yeah, I would say get a joint credit card and. Okay, which one do you have? Chase Sapphire?
Chase Sapphire.
Yeah, I would just add. You can add Sara on as an authorized user, but really you want to just get her a card that's on the same account. But I would go on Chase. Chase is the best card. Shout out. Hopefully that doesn't get. But I think it's the best credit card.
Chase Sapphire.
Yeah. Okay. Chase Sapphire Reserve.
My bro's been really plugging Amex lately.
Yeah, Amex is
he likes
is
all
good.
The perks. He likes
but
all the perks.
like when you're traveling, it's not guaranteed that it works. All the
I don't know
time.
that I travel enough for that to make.
Yeah,
you travel a lot for business, and it's like you get all these business perks, but
you get a lot of business perks, but it really comes down to the airport lounges.
Yeah, he loves the lounges.
Amex is a little better on the airport lounge, but you get like Dash Pass with Chase, and you get a few other, like you get Peloton, you get a lot of things. So my recommendations usually Chase, but you guys should get a credit card together. I would just have her added on your account, Tay. And then have a joint checking account. And usually I like to say that a married couple should have 3 accounts. They each have their own separate and one joint. And so maintain your individual credit card but you need to have one together that you pay all your household expenses together, a set amount when you guys have a discussion of what your paycheck should go into there and how you're gonna like talk through that, and then who's covering what, and like, you know, or is it all one way or the other? But definitely you want to maintain your separate checking account. And I don't know why I'm looking at you so hard, Sarah, but it's usually in this case that you don't want to have a time where Tay tells you not to buy something. You know, if you want to go spend $1,000 on a dress and not feel guilty about it, well, you don't want to do that on the joint credit card. So you do that on your own. Yeah, so there's
just hide the receipts.
So you should maintain that autonomy with a separate, but also having the joint account.
I've heard that from like female financial advisors, but it's interesting to hear it from a male
it's the right
perspective
thing to
as well.
do. It's the right thing to do, and you know, especially in this like age, you know, not all marriages work out. I think you guys are going to be different. But you want to have held some financial autonomy and understand how it all works. Yeah.
I agree. And it's hard to buy gifts for people if it's like they can just see.
If they can see, yeah. So you each maintain your own separate, and then have one together.
Yeah, makes sense.
Is usually the best way, and then figuring out what allocation of like your paycheck is direct deposit into the joint checking account, and how you're saving for vacations and all of that great stuff. And I mean, you guys are off to a great start here with you already have the house.
Yeah.
So you're ready to go. You got one new car and probably another one on the way.
Yeah, you're up next.
Yeah, I think I have a couple more years on my lease, but then I'm probably gonna get a bigger car. At some point. But I was like, I don't need it right now.
Yeah.
But
and when you do have kids, I would start planning for college like day one.
Yeah.
Grandparents are a great funding source for 529 plans. Most love to do it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's about it. I mean, be open and honest with your financial conversations, and don't like, have you guys told each other how much you make? Yeah. Then, you know, I just think it's full kimono, you know, like.
Is that a technical term?
Yeah. Just open the kimono, and it's all yours now. It's all together.
I want to see under the kimono.
Yeah, well, if you open it, you're gonna see what's underneath. But yeah, just, you know, don't hide things financially. That
leads to bad.
Yeah, I used to like keep this client's books, and he would have like a lot of charges from Vegas, and he'd have me like code them like to like some.
So his wife wouldn't see.
Yeah. You know, he put it under personal, but it was
that seems like a slippery slope.
Yeah, it gets
first it's something small, and then it gets kind of out of hand.
Yeah,
so
and just talk about what your goals are. Like, all right, you guys want a bigger house one day,
right?
And what does that look like to get there? And you know, what do you do, especially like when
cut down on the sushi.
Yeah, I mean, but there's a quality of life aspect too.
Yeah,
so
100%. Well, that's awesome. That's really helpful tips. I felt like you explained that to someone who doesn't know financial stuff. Finance was my worst class in college. I tell everybody this.
You also have like a best friend and a brother who are really top tier financial advisors that you can get all the advice from.
Which is amazing. Yeah, it's great to have that because that's not my strong suit. Yeah. So I appreciate it. And we loved having you as our officiant and as our second interview guest on our podcast. So thanks for being here. It's awesome.
Thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun.
And where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram. I'm dmoas7.
Wait, spell it out so they can find you.
Yeah, DMOAS7 on Instagram. And I'm also at Officiant.com, which is my firm for anyone that is looking for financial advice. And
yeah, look him up. He's obviously great. And thanks for tuning in to our lucky 13th episode of Not Fully Qualified. You can find us on
iTunes, Spotify, Instagram, and
YouTube. Yep.
Nice.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Let's eat some dinner.
Let's eat some dinner.